You check your bag one last time. Shoes, headphones, toiletries that meet the rules. You feel confident, right? Most travelers feel the same way. But then, security pulls them aside for something they never saw coming. It's happening more and more often now, and with travel rules getting stricter, 2026 is already looking intense. Today, we're counting down 10 items people keep losing at security without any warning. Let's dive in. We'll start with something that catches so many families completely off guard. At number 10, it's medication with controlled ingredients. Think about certain sleep aids, pain medications, or anxiety treatments. The biggest red flag for security is when these pills are unlabeled, especially if they're just tossed into one of those weekly pill organizers. Agents have no way of identifying what the medication is, so their only option is to seize it. Sadly, seniors face this problem more than any other group. To avoid this nightmare, always carry your medication in its original bottles. Bringing a copy of your prescription and a doctor's note is even better. Don't wait until you're pulled aside to try and explain what your medication is for. A little preparation here saves a ton of stress. Next up, at number 9, reusable water bottles with hidden compartments. These have become super popular. Many bottles now come with detachable bases, secret pill containers, storage sleeves, or other hidden chambers. Travelers buy them online without even realizing they have these features. But on the X-ray scanner, these hidden spaces look suspicious. Agents can't tell if that compartment holds vitamins, protein powder, or something dangerous. We've heard stories of people losing expensive insulated bottles just because the base looked hollow. To stay on the safe side, stick to clear or simple, single compartment bottles. It's an easy switch that avoids a lot of extra screening and questions. Coming in at number 8 are powders. I'm talking about protein blends, flour, green powders, drink mixes, and even baby formula. The official rule is that any loose powder over 12 ounces, which is about the size of a soda can, will trigger extra screening. But the real issue is unlabeled bags. Scanners can treat certain powders like chemical threats, which leads to much longer searches. People get stopped for something as basic as their morning supplements. Some travelers make it worse by repacking powders into plain plastic bags. The best practice? Keep powders in their original, labeled containers. Try to portion out smaller amounts and place them in a separate bin for screening, just like you would with your electronics. Alright, let's talk about number 7. Toys that look like weapons. This one is a heartbreaker for families. A plastic sword, a neon-colored toy gun, foam nunchucks, or even a superhero figure holding a tiny accessory. Parents think these are obviously harmless. Security agents don't see it that way. Anything shaped like a weapon, no matter how fake it looks, can create a problem when it goes through the X-ray. Agents simply don't have the time to stop and determine what's real and what is a toy. We have seen families watch their kid's favorite item disappear into a confiscation bin before they even have a chance to react. Trips get delayed because a tiny plastic pistol was forgotten in a front pocket. If you're flying with children, please check every single pocket and remove all toy weapons before you even leave the house. At number 6, we have camping gear and outdoor tools. This is a tough one for hikers and adventurers. They pack things like tent stakes, compact stoves, metal clips, and ultralight adapters. From a security perspective, many of these are seen as potential dual-use tools that could be turned into weapons. Small parts get flagged. Stoves can be an issue because of sharp edges or just their unfamiliar shapes. And fuel canisters, they will never pass, no exceptions. Travelers end up losing expensive gear because one tiny metal part didn't look safe to an agent. If that gear is important to you, consider shipping it ahead to your destination or just buying a cheaper version once you arrive. Halfway through our list, at number 5, are smart suitcases with fixed batteries. The features on these bags seem so convenient, right? Built-in chargers, GPS tracking, but it all falls apart when security spots the battery. If that battery cannot be easily removed by hand, the entire suitcase becomes a fire risk and a major problem. Agents are extremely strict about this. Many travelers didn't even realize their bag has a non-removable battery until they are told at the security checkpoint. Some airlines will even reject these bags at check-in, long before you get to security. Before you travel, check your suitcase model online. If the battery is removable, take it out and carry it with you into the cabin. Moving on to number 4, we have spiritual powders, incense, herbs, and other ritual items. These items confuse security agents more than almost anything else on our list. If a substance has a strong smell, looks unusual, or isn't clearly labeled, it's almost guaranteed to get flagged for inspection. Travelers carrying things like ritual sand, special herbal blends, incense sticks, or powdered mixtures often lose them. For some people, these items are culturally significant and irreplaceable, but agents aren't trained in cultural significance. Their job is to identify and mitigate risk. To protect these items, keep them in clearly labeled packaging and pack them carefully in your carry-on where you can explain them if needed. Number 3 is a really common one: electric razors and grooming tools with unknown batteries. Most of us just toss our electric razor into our toiletry bag without a second thought. But older models or devices bought internationally might use lithium-ion cells that aren't approved for air travel. Security will stop anything that doesn't have clear watt-hour markings printed on it. Agents can't just guess if a battery is safe, so they have to remove the item. Travelers are losing electric clippers, beard trimmers, toothbrushes, and even small hair tools, all because the battery type wasn't visible or compliant. If your grooming gear is essential, choose a device with clear specifications printed on it, or just pack a non-electric backup. This brings us to our runner-up, at number 2, overstuffed carry-on bags. This one feels like a trick, but it's very real. The dimensions printed on your baggy's label don't matter if the bag is bulging at the seams. Using those expansion zippers, having attachments clipped to the outside, stuffing the front pockets, or hanging gear off the straps can all make your bag fail the fit check at the gate or security. Agents will pull it aside, and airlines will hit you with unexpected fees to check it. Travelers think they're following the rules because the bag is technically the right size, but they fail the practical test. A great tip is to try fitting your fully packed bag into a small storage bin at home before you head to the airport. If it doesn't slide in easily, you need to repack. And finally, the number 1 most surprising item that gets people stopped at airport security is snacks wrapped in foil. Yes, really, that breakfast burrito you wrapped up, a classic tinfoil sandwich, even some chocolate bars. Anything covered in aluminum foil becomes a dense, unreadable block on the X-ray scanner. This means agents have to stop the belt, open your bag, unwrap the item, and inspect the contents by hand. People have genuinely missed connecting flights for something as simple as a homemade wrap. The food itself isn't banned, but the packaging creates a huge delay for you and everyone behind you. If you want to bring your own meal, use transparent containers, wax paper, or parchment paper instead. So, which of these would you never have expected to cause a problem? What's the strangest thing you've ever had taken away by security? Drop your story in the comments below. We'd love to read it. And if you want smoother trips with fewer surprises, don't forget to subscribe and check out our next video. Thanks for watching.